Why don't we start with the task force? Just tell us about it. Remind us what it is.
Well, the governor put this task force together that kind of hit all industries in Texas. And being that I have a few entertainment venues, from aquariums to amusement parks to, of course, a lot of restaurants, he asked me to be on the committee. And they took a lot of input. But at the same time, everything was based on the science of the virus and could we keep people safe. As much as we all were ready for Texas to open, let me tell you something. I disagreed in the very beginning when we shut it down like we did. But everybody seems to have made the right decision along the way. And I think the governor is making the right decision today to let Texas open up this Friday.
Do you think that part of the reason that we're able to reopen in this way is because Texas has not been hit in the same way as other states? That may sound like an obvious question, but if people at home are watching the coronavirus news and they see how bad it is in some places, they may wonder if it's a wise decision to open already.
I definitely feel like it's a wise decision and what he's doing in Texas, the way he's opening it up with 25% occupancy capacity. But at the same time, if the governor of New York was telling me to open in New York, I would not open. And I'm the largest restaurant operator in Manhattan. I have so many different concepts there. And I can tell you, I wouldn't want to open there. So I love that what's happening here is that they're doing it state by state. That's the way it should be done. I like the idea that these governors are signing executive orders. So if you do have mayors or senators or county judges, that it's going to be done one way, that we don't have to worry about, am I obeying this person but disobeying this person? Because that already started to be a problem in some states.
What has been your interaction with the governor on this? Do you give him your best advice on what you think should happen here in Texas? I mean, what does it actually look like, the task force or committee behind the scenes?
Well, I mean, there's committee meetings and then there's individual meetings, and I definitely had input with the governor, and I've been a supporter of the governor for years, and I think today he showed his great leadership. He did it in a very conservative way, and I have to say, if I was the governor, I would have done exactly what he did on this date and this occupancy. Let's get our arms around this thing and make sure that it doesn't explode on us like it has in other states. And I'm just extremely happy with how it's gone today.
As a business owner, what are you most happy about when it comes to the reopening here?
Honestly, what I'm most happy about is putting employees back to work, okay? That's the greatest thing in the world. People were really starting to lose their mind. And of course, the financial burden on everybody, just to be able to start hiring people back, even at 25%. And it's just really exciting.
And if you want to talk about what the hardest part about this has been as a business owner here.
I mean, the hardest part of being a business owner is you don't have any income coming in. And, you know, we're no different, a company like Landry's, than anybody else. You pay yesterday's bills with today's dollars. And in a 72-hour period, you basically shut down a $5 billion revenue company, but it still had a $100 million tail payroll coming. And people don't realize, just like personal finances, when there's nothing coming in, it can dry up. So, you know, we feel really good about it. Landry's is going to come out of this as a company totally whole, and as long as nothing else crazy happens with this virus in the fall.